open till it shatters through the ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and other farm animals, this is Arinia, and welcome to episode 12 of Kerbal Space Chronicles. Now, what I've done here is I've put a redo of Project Boston on the launchpad, because as you recall from the last episode, Project Boston, the original, kind of ran into some burning up problems. So we're going to go ahead and send this one into orbit on a slightly different trajectory. I'm going to go into 2 times physical time acceleration for the viewing benefit of everyone out there. I think we're going to have enough altitude and delta fairing on stage. So before I would put the spacecraft into orbit on a 5 degree every 2,500 meters arc, and that led to us burning up way too quickly, as is the fact that we are producing a lot of thrust. Now I'm on a 5 degree every 3,000 meters, every 3 kilometers, so I'm taking us out of the atmosphere on a slightly steeper trajectory to get more altitude. And hopefully that gives us some work. So we're good so far, and in fact I'm probably going to throttle up here in a moment. There. I think we're just going to hold a 15-degree angle. Still getting an awful lot of heating. Alright. There we go. And it looks like we will actually be able to get this thing out, way out. And check science alert. Of course, all of those are single-use experiments that we want to save for doing once we escape to solar orbit, or Kerbolar orbit, if you prefer. Kerbal. I'm not sure. Kerbal. And one more engine. There we go. Putting these cryogenic engines to work. And there we go. Apoapsis has gone negative, which means we've gone well out past infinity and out the other side. We're just going to pick up as much speed as we can to save as much time as we can getting out there. I'm going to go ahead and deploy the solar panels, because those are important. Extend panel. Alrighty. And we're moving at a pretty good clock. 7.5 kilometers per second. If we check the map, we'll escape the system in less than a day. That's not bad. Not bad at all. No, I don't want to target minutes right now. Of course, wait till we get out past 1 million... or 1,000 kilometers, 1 million meters. It doesn't look like there's any science to perform out here, so we're just gonna head out. Watch Kerbin recede into the distance. as we go further than ever before. Now, look, we're right along the day-night terminator. That's cool. I definitely need to put on the... I think that was a lunar eclipse that we were seeing. Yeah. Of course, everything burbly burbles a lot. The science alert is telling me that there are experiments to perform, but those are single-use experiments. So we're going to go ahead and pop out into orbit of Kerbal, and then we get this whole mess of science to do. Deploy all! I wonder if the antenna will have enough energy to do this. Yay, let's keep all that data. And then what we're going to do is we're going to point it... I think that'll point it directly at the sun. At Kerbal. Yep, and that'll allow us to get maximum power out of the solar panels, transmit data. Transmit all! And we'll go ahead and go into 5 times physical time acceleration and just watch the science pour in. Hey, look at that. That's what getting to the moon has enabled us to do. Unfortunately for us, we have enough signal out here. We're at 96%. We could probably go in a lot further, but not yet. Eventually, we're going to have to try and send a probe to the sun. You get the low solar orbit science. And it looks like we've collected all the science from here. So, we are going to go back to the Space Center and see what we get for it. Stay tuned. And we are back at the Kerbal Space Center. We're going to go ahead and see what scientific research awaits us. I'm thinking miniaturization would definitely useful, although we do need the universal storage mounting nodes, which I think are in advanced construction. Yeah, because there it is. There's the 4 bay for the 1.25 meter probes. That'll help us send up some other stuff too. And I think that's what we're going to do. Is go for advanced construction. Miniaturization gives me the film camera, which would allow me to do that experiment. It gives me the signals intelligence satellite. And I have command modules, which gives me the extension to the Leo module, as well as the Brumby. Or advanced flight control. Come on, work with me here. Corona capsule. I think I'm going to go for miniaturization right now. I mean, eventually we will come back and unlock the other stuff. Now, let's see what else I have in the way of contracts. Survey of the magnetic field environment around Atoran. It's the innermost planet of Kerbal, but it gives us 31 years to do it, and that's a pretty big advance. I think we'll be able to pull that off long before then. Bring Moonstone back with me. In 11 years, I suspect we'll do it long before then, so we're going to go ahead and accept that contract. Okay. And I think that's all the contracts we're going to do. Now, the last thing we're going to do before building a new spacecraft, which I'll show you the final build, but the mission's going to be in the next episode, is upgrade the launch pad, because this 140-ton limit is a limit that we are starting to run up against. So we need to take care of that, and that will be done in about 66 days. So we'll be right back inside the vehicle assembly building in just a bit. Alright, and we're still in the vehicle assembly building, as you might notice by the user interface, but you're probably wondering where the hell the building's gone. Well, it turns out, in order to show you the whole spacecraft, I had to use the hangar extender mod, which means that we are not actually seeing the vehicle assembly building. It is still there, we just don't see it right now. But this is Project Boulder, and what it's going to do is it's going to complete a few contracts that we have in orbit of the moon. It's going to give us some temperature scan data. It's going to give us some magnetometer and radio plasma wave data for a magnetic field survey. And it's also testing something new, because I've just gotten fuel lines. So we're going to try a little bit of asparagus staging, although we're only doing it with one set of boosters and the sustainer. We're going to go ahead and give that a try with this design as well and see how well the rocket holds up. This is also a very long and skinny rocket, so we'll have to see what the aerodynamics do to it as well. It'll be interesting to check out, and I think it'll work well, but we'll see that in the next episode as we take it around the moon. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the outro. Here's just one of the patrons helping to make this content possible. If you want to see your name here, pledge at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe, or join us on our Discord and Facebook communities. If you really want to support the creative journey, either buy me a coffee for a one-time donation, or become a patron. Links to both pages are also in the description. In the meantime, this is Arinia, signing off.